first one on here, and it's first for a particular reason, is that it says, why do we exist? Again, this is HPW, and it's talking about to help our agents grow their business. And when you look at the real estate industry, all the different companies and franchises that are out there, I just want to kind of put a plug in for our company, HPW, because they truly are in tune with helping us grow our business. I'm not getting paid by talking to you this morning. I'm doing this out of what I feel is a benefit not only to me, but also giving back to you guys, helping you be successful. So it's important to remember that from a company perspective, the company that we work for really cares about our success, and the tools and resources that they give you here at the office level is phenomenal. Now, there's so many tools that are out there, doesn't mean you have to use them, right? Question for you, how many of you have been in the business less than a year? Okay, 3 of you. So a question for you 3. When you registered for and paid for your class, your licensing class, did they tell you how hard real estate would be? Yeah. Did they talk to you about that? Did they give you a job description of a real estate agent? Did you see that? What did it say? Do you remember?
No, I mean, he just talked about things that you do and how wonderful and great it was.
Right. Wonderful and great.
Yeah.
You're your own boss.
What's that?
You're your own boss.
Right, you're an entrepreneur. This is your business, right? Now, I'm gonna hit you in the face with some cold water, cold ice water, right? I'm not gonna try and depress you. But according to the National Association of Realtors, 87% of you will fail within 5 years. That's a staggering number. Did your instructor tell you that?
No, not in our career. I mean, they definitely were like, half of you aren't even gonna pass this class.
Pass the class, right?
Yeah, yeah, but they didn't talk about it.
But once you get licensed, it is a very difficult industry to be successful in. Now, this to me is a staggering statistic. If somebody had told me, John, when you get married, you're gonna fail 90% of the time, I probably would not get married, right?
Yeah.
Why would I go through the heartache of failing 9 out of 10 times? So the reality is, real estate is a very difficult profession to be successful in. However, I'm very passionate about HBW and our company giving you the environment and the tools to help you be successful. But ultimately, it comes down to one person. And Marilyn, who was that?
Me?
You.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. No matter what we teach you in class, no matter what we talk about, how many social activities we have, birthday celebrations, celebrating bar, which is fantastic, by the way. I'm not knocking anything that we do here. But none of that is going to make you successful unless you decide that you want to be successful.
John, I really like what they said at the convention the other day when he
When
said
David was talking?
you're so busy that you don't even realize you're getting successful.
Right.
Or you're, does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, so
he
I think
said it different.
I
but-
think David had mentioned some of the fact is we want you to be so successful that you don't even realize you're being successful.
Yeah,
Something
I thought-
to that effect.
I thought that was pretty good.
So the vast majority of real estate agents in the industry have the ability to be good, if not great, salespeople. So the big question is, what stops agents from reaching their potential? Anyone care to guess?
Themselves.
Okay. Number one is their inability to learn how to sell. Selling real estate is being a salesperson. You have to sell. And the biggest one, as you guys just alluded to, is the inability to believe in yourself. So to be a good salesperson is you have to be willing to learn how to sell, how to learn the scripts, the environment, the determination, the perseverance, all those adjectives that describe a salesperson. You've got to learn to do those on your own. Nobody's going to stand behind you with a gun and say, you need to do this or you're fired. Nobody's gonna fire you, right? You may fire yourself, but the reality is, everybody has the ability to be good in this business. And what we want at HBW is we want you to be successful. So today, I got 2 challenges for you, and this is gonna be a 2-part series, but today, I've got 2 challenges for you as we discuss the material. The first one is to operate from blind faith. And what I mean by that is, what advantage does HPW have to teach you something that's not going to do you any good? You have to learn that the person and the team that's going to be teaching you things is telling you the truth. Can you operate from blind faith and believe that what we tell you is true? Right? Second is to forget your past failures. Anybody ever failed at anything in life? All of us, right? Do you dwell on that? Do you let it affect you? Sometimes we do, right? As we get older in life, sometimes we hold back, we're like, I can't do that, I'm too old, or you've got all these experiences that prevent you from taking additional risks. I want to kind of put this into a little bit of a story. Anybody ever learn how to ride a bicycle when you were young? Everybody? Was it hard? Did you bruise yourself?
Yeah.
Break your bones maybe? But you did it. Why did you do that? Why did you continue to persevere and say, I can do this? You saw other people doing it. You knew it was possible. So I'm here telling you today, even in this office alone, Randy, we have 2 of the top 10 teams in the entire company in this office. Not to mention highly successful real estate agents that are doing this every single day in this office, not just in the triangle, but in this office. So if you see that and you know it's happening, you have to learn that you can believe you can do it. It's there. What did David say? They accomplished 42,000 transactions last year?
Mm-hmm.
42, yes, sir.
I don't mean to, I just want to expand on what you said. We have one of the top teams in the country here in this office.
2 of
Two.
the 2.
2 of the top
2 in the
The
top
10.
10.
2 of the top 10. 220 and dash. In this office.
Outstanding.
And I don't know what the numbers are, but they're staggering. I mean, I don't know their actual numbers, but I couldn't even dream about doing something like that kind of money. Mandy, what did y'all do last year?
103.
103 million? How would you feel if you closed $103 million?
Tired.
I'd probably take a vacation. So it's being done. You can see it. There's evidence of success all around you. So you need to understand it's possible and you can do it. You have to believe that the ability for you to do that lies within you. But I'm here telling you it's not easy. Going back to that first slide, 87% of agents fail within 5 years. That's according to the National Association of Realtors. That hurts my feelings. Why is that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Each of us have the ability to be successful in what we do. All right, so we're going to talk about this series over the next 2 weeks, I guess next week too, right? We're going to talk about the 6 principles of successful real estate agents. I'm hoping to get through 3 of those today. That's what I've prepared for. If we don't, that's fine. I don't want to keep you beyond what our time is. And if you just keep me posted on what that is. But the first principle is having the right mindset. And we're going to do a little deep dive into this because this is absolutely the most important fundamental principle when it comes to you being successful. Then we're going to go to start the business cycle by talking to people. Who knew to sell real estate? You got to talk to other people, right? Stay on the business path. Very hard to do. Then we're going to talk about, then next week we'll go into prioritize your actions, lead generate like the pros, and then be accountable. Next week, we're going to really get into the meat of you being successful. And I've got some tools for you today as well, so don't think today is going to be a wash. All right, I'm going to play this video, so we're going to do a little exercise. I'm a visual person. I'm a guy. Most guys are visual. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, for this video, I want you to close your eyes. All right, I'm going to turn the lights off. And I just want you to listen. So if any of you have heard of Les Brown, you know who Les Brown is? He is a motivational speaker. He is one of my favorites. This is a compilation of some of his presentations that he's done, and it really hits home on our mindset in overcoming fear, overcoming self-doubt, excuses. So it's a really powerful video. So why don't you just close your eyes, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep breaths. Is there more?
Yeah, these ones. Yeah. Try that, yeah.
There's a commercial, I do apologize. So.
My dream is to help people understand how the universe operates.
What is it that gives your life a sense of meaning and purpose? Because once you find that, it puts you in your power place. See, if you know what your life work is, I encourage you to start working on it. If you can't do it all at one time, do just a little bit of it. And if you don't know what it is that you showed up to do, if you don't know why you're here, I encourage you to find out what your purpose is here. What is the meaning of your life? What will be different? Have you ever asked yourself that question? I've done that. I remember coming from a friend of mine's funeral, and I was reflecting on how much time I had left. And I went for a walk in a park thinking about this guy whose life was so promising. And I mean, he wasn't an old guy. He was quite young, in fact. And I thought about all of the things that he said he was going to do, and he never got a chance to do those things. And I started thinking about my own life and how much time I had left to do the things that I would like to do. And at that time, I wasn't sure what my life purpose was, what my life's work was. I wasn't sure about it at that time. And I thought about it quite a lot. I had some idea, but I wasn't convinced, and I don't think I felt worthy. I didn't believe that it could be me to do this kind of work that I'm doing right now. And I say to you that if you begin to take a conscious effort to find out what it is that you're supposed to do, I say that it can literally save your life. I said that it can literally save your life. 85% of the American public, according to recent studies, are going to jobs that they hate, working on jobs that do not challenge them. They get sick thinking about going. Because, see, when you go to a job and you already know how far you can go, you can already see that proverbial glass ceiling. See, when you're going someplace and you already know how much you're going to make, you already know how far you can go, you're in a dead-end position. It erodes your self-esteem. It lowers your sense of yourself. It creates an inner turmoil. It creates an emptiness in you. So I say that your life is worth finding what it is that you're supposed to do. And I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying find it and do just a little bit of it. Just start working at it just a little bit. But do find out what your work is and hold on to it and don't let your dream go. Don't let it go. See, and here's something else I want you to begin to look at. Why is it that most people don't pursue their dreams or don't do better than what they're doing if they're capable of doing it? I think that many of us don't go the next step because we don't know what to do yet. And I say that the reason that we don't even explore the possibility of what to do is because subconsciously we don't believe that it can happen for us, and we don't believe that we deserve it. So here's what I'm suggesting. How much time do you spend working on you? How much time do you spend every day working on your dream? In the last 90 days, how many books have you read? In the last year, what new skill or knowledge have you acquired? What kind of investment have you made in you? So I'm saying that as you begin to look at where you want to go, if you want to make it today, and things are changing so fast, you have to literally run to stand still. I'm saying that you've got to make some conscious effort to begin to work to develop you. Here's something else. Most people are not living their dreams because of fear, ladies and gentlemen. Fear, limited vision, and lack of self-esteem is what keep most people doing things they don't want to do. The same reason that people stay in relationships where they're abused or they're unhappy or it's unfulfilling, they can't see themselves beyond that relationship. They can't see themselves enjoying life without that person. They think that this is all that they can do. The same reason that people get stuck at a certain level in life. They can't see things being better for them. And they think that this is it and this is all they deserve. This is all they've ever seen. It's been passed on to them. And they think that this is it for them. Oh, no. I was looking what Dr. Blanton, Smiley Blanton, who is a colleague of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what he said about fear. He said, fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. And it seems like you're in a hypnotic spell. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself? Of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? It's one of the things I had to ask myself. So I didn't want to make any mistakes. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be perfect the first time I did something. It's not going to happen. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to hurt some folks' feelings. You're going to create some enemies whenever you decide that you want to begin to take life on. You've got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to hold me back? I like what Zig Ziglar says. He said, fear is false evidence appearing real. That's an illusion that we create in our mind. It is a state of mind that can be changed. So let's look at how we can begin to take some steps to restructure that fear, to begin to expand our visions of ourselves, to begin to increase our self-esteem. Webster said that self-esteem means confidence and satisfaction in oneself. Look at your life right now. Whatever you've done up to this point in time, your life is working. Whatever you have produced, it came out of you as a result of the kind of person that you have become. It's a result of your choices. It's a result of your consciousness. Now you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with what you have produced? Is this what you want? Would you like for things to be better than this? Do you believe that you deserve better than this? Or are you content? This is it. You don't have to do anything else. That you already resign yourself in life and say, well, I'm happy. I'm not starving like the people in Calcutta. Are you allowing yourself to get off the hook like that? Or do you believe somewhere in the back of your mind or in your heart that there's some other great work for you to do? There's something else that life has for you. And that's why you're here. How do we handle this fear factor? How do we increase our self-esteem? You have to begin to fortify yourself. How do we do that? I believe that you have to begin to consciously monitor your inner conversation and start talking to yourself. Start building yourself up. Sometimes the only good things you will hear about you are the things that you say to you. So I'm saying learn to be your own booster. Start building yourself up. Start encouraging yourself. Start saying, I can do this. I can make this happen. When I started thinking about becoming a speaker, I said, yes, I can do this. I can make this happen. When I start trying to convince myself I can be a businessman after flopping and failing and losing thousands of dollars and feeling stupid and dumb and having people take advantage of me because of what I didn't know. I had to talk to myself because people said to me that I was dumb. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I was saying, you're right, look at what I've done. I had to say, no, Les. Hey, come on, man, get yourself together. You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right. This is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this. Other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage your business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you. And when I start changing that kind of mindset of beating myself up because of my mistakes and start looking at the possibility of my doing better, of my making the adjustment that would enable me to do what I want to do successfully, things begin to change. And I say, stop beating up on yourself. You do it. I know you do it. I've done it. It's a natural inclination for us to put ourselves down. See, we are born negative, I think, in a negative consciousness because we live in a negative world. Here's some other things, ladies and gentlemen. Begin to guard your mind against negative programming. Like turn off the television. Don't watch the news. So you've got to guard the kinds of things that you put in your mind. See, if you don't program your mind will be programmed because human beings are goal-oriented. That's why we die of broken hearts early. That's why we're running through life to early graves. We're going through life, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that Henry David Thoreau said that most men live in quiet desperation. Most of us go through life running scared. So we created this in our minds, false evidence appearing real. We made it real in our minds. That's why Churchill said there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's the destructive monster. So turn off things that can contribute to your fear. Turn a deaf ear to people that all they can do is talk about how negative things are because they have bought into the consciousness of the world. Start attending workshops, seminars, listening to tapes on a daily basis to begin to recondition your mind, to retrain your thinking. Faith comes by what? Hearing and hearing and hearing. Listen to things that can empower you, that can enable you to create a new reality for yourself, in a new life for yourself. You might appear to be strange around most people. You know, most people think you're strange if you're happy today. See, these people have not found their purpose in life. That's why they're grumpy. That's why they're miserable. That's why they're so negative. They're hurting and they want to hurt other people. So start practicing using programs for your mind. Seminars, books, workshops. Keep a journal. Record your thoughts. What's happening with you? Every day when you get up, have a journal near you. See, ladies and gentlemen, we get 3 to 4 thoughts a year that if we would act on those thoughts, they could change our life. What idea are you sitting on? Write your ideas down. And then, once you get that idea, take the leap. Take the leap. See, it's out here in the universe. If you don't take the plunge, I guarantee you, somebody else will. Take the plunge. Go into action. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be surprised at how things will come together. You'll be surprised. Now, you're going to have some difficult challenges. I can tell you that now. Be aware of that. Things are not going to work out exactly right. For a time, they will, sometimes. And that's when life is just playing a game with you. Want you to feel good and relax. But ladies and gentlemen, go into action with your dream. And don't avoid where the fights are. Get in the midst of the fight. Get knocked down so you can learn how to fight, so you can hold your position. See, most people don't get out of the arena of life because they don't want to fight. Most people don't get out there because they don't want to get knocked down. They don't want to be dropped to their knees. But see, you're going to be dropped whether you're on the field or whether or not you're sitting on the sidelines. You're going to be dropped. So at least get dropped for something. See, that's how most people are spectators in life. You don't want to be a spectator. You want to get out in the field where the action is. And you will be amazed. After the struggle, there will be a calm period and things will begin to click for you.
Oh, this is good. One of my favorites. There's some good ones, but he just gets my mind going on all a bunch of different cylinders. He talked wanted to point out, you know, if you remember in his presentation, he said fear kills dreams, fear kills hope, and ultimately it'll paralyze you. And fear comes in different forms. We created a lot of it between our ears. The one thing about being a real estate agent, as very few industries will give you, is the opportunity to create the life that you want. There is no doubt in my mind that each of you can get the life that you want to work for, but you've got to want it and want it bad. There's no limit to your potential. And then right now, and for the new agents, it's not really important, but for the more experienced agents, are you satisfied with where you're at in your production? If you were to take a look at where you're at right now, are you happy with what your efforts have led you to? Quote that I wanted to add into this is by Napoleon Hill. Most of us have probably heard that. Again, talking about mindset. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that is very evident in the real estate industry. If you really believe that you can be successful in this industry, you can do it. And right now, we'll give you all the good news. Right now, we are in a historic real estate industry. There is more business going on right now than has ever gone on before. What happens when it normalizes or turns down a little bit? Are you going to be prepared? And so that's where, working through Edward, our company, we can help prepare you for those downturns in the industry. All right, principle one, having the right mindset. Agents typically fall into two categories when we're talking about mindset. A growth mindset, non-growth mindset, or a fixed mindset. Well, what is a growth mindset? Growth mindset person sees problems as opportunities, right? Setting the foundation for massive success. It fuels your drive to keep going when things are difficult. Now, I'm here to tell you right now, you're going to go through difficult times a lot, especially early on in your career. But you've got to understand that. It's just part of this business. You've got to persevere. When you commit to the actions and habits required to improve your mindset, you'll be on the path to achieving the growth and success that you truly deserve. Fixed mindset, very easy. You struggle, you have a limiting belief, I can't do that, or I don't want to do that, that's not me. I mean, we all go through that sometimes, that self-doubt. This graph right here really talks about the circle of how the mindset can impact you. We're going to start in this top right corner with self-talk and focus. That self-talk, that's that little voice inside you, right? We all have that. I'm not crazy, right? Everybody else has that little voice inside your head. You know, what is it saying to you? You can control that. That's a subconscious mind. You can control that voice talking to you. Also, what's your focus? We're going to talk about that here in a minute. How do you create an environment to where you're able to focus more positively throughout your day? Those things affect your attitude. Your attitude in turn is going to affect the results that you get every single day. And the action that you have, and the action that you take every day is going to affect your results. All right, big question. And you can answer this, because I probably know the answer to you. Who has a morning routine that sets them up for success every day? Would you care to share it?
Well, I have a dog.
Okay.
So the alarm goes off, I gotta get dressed, I gotta get out and walk the dog.
Okay.
That means I can't sleep in. I gotta get out and get moving.
That's awesome.
So that starts my day, and then all the other tasks fall in line.
So when you say all the other tasks fall in line, so after you walk your dog, how does that make you feel? And then do you have like a routine after that?
It's cold a lot of times.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
But that, I mean, it wakes me up. So I don't have the option to just sit there where, I mean, my kids are grown and all that stuff. I could sleep in generally if I didn't have a dog. But I get out and I meet people as I'm walking my dog.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, you know, you meet people, you start sales. you interact with people, and to me, it's as soon as I'm walking my dog, my day starts. I'm selling already.
And it makes you a little happier, right?
Yeah.
You enjoy it, there's some enjoyment out of it, you probably smile a little bit. So there's some psychology around that activity, certainly. How many of you love your snooze button? Okay, why do you think that is?
Procrastination.
Because I stayed up too late.
Love sleep, don't wanna get out of bed. Have you ever looked forward to going on vacation and you woke up before your alarm went off? Why is that?
Your mind is on vacation.
You're excited about it. You're looking forward to this. So think about this little trick, right? Now granted, coming in and selling real estate may not be a vacation, but if you're looking forward to making the best career for the rest of your life, every day is an opportunity to start and be excited about what you're going to do that day. So my challenge to you is, let's work to try and avoid those snooze buttons, right? Because they're not gonna do you any good. Hit the ground running. Your feet hit the ground as soon as your alarm goes off. And again, I'm not telling you what time to get up, right? But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my morning routine. So I get up, 5 a.m. First thing I do is drink a glass of water. Why is that? You're dehydrated. Your organs are dehydrated. Your brain's dehydrated. You're not thinking clearly. You're a little foggy. It's first thing in the morning. Glass of water, take my vitamins, make my coffee, right? Let my dog out. I don't walk my dog, I let my dog out. Get dressed, plan my day. I don't know if any of you use a planner, but I've been using this since college. It's a Franklin planner. Every day I know what I've got to get done. And for me, that sets my day off. Then I'm hitting the gym. Every day. Know my routine, it is what it is, like clockwork. After the gym, I'm all jacked up, right? Take a shower. How do I calm down? Spend 10 minutes doing meditation. Sometimes it's here in the office, a lot of times it's at home. But I use, and again, I'm not promoting anything, but I use an app on my phone for meditation. It brings me back down, opens up my mind. It's a breathing exercise. To me, that helps just create an environment that I'm ready now to start my day. You don't have to do that. But what it helps me bring back the fact that I've got a day to do, I've got work to do, and now I'm ready to tackle on the day. So we talked about morning routine a little bit. I would recommend that you might do some research on that. There is a wonderful book, if you like to read. Reading's part of my planning. I don't do it enough. I've read 3 books probably the last 6 months. I'm not an avid reader, but it's something that I'm trying to do more of. There's a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, E-L-R-O-D. I would encourage you to check that out. It's $18, $19 on Amazon. It is an absolutely wonderful read. It'll change your perspective about the morning. Once you have that morning routine, then you need to do it every day. Don't take a day off. It's a morning routine. It's who you are. It's in your DNA. But drink that glass of water first thing. I'm telling you, it's really important. As part of your morning routine, I have got a couple handouts for you. This is a daily morning checklist. Let me have a copy of it. I copy a lot of stuff, right? I don't create a lot of stuff. I'm not that smart. I'm a big fan of Tom Ferry. Anybody ever heard of him? But this is part of the Tom Ferry program where he asks his coaching clients to create a daily checklist of what they're going to do every single day. And I would encourage you to kind of mirror something like this and post it up and use it every day. The first thing it's got, if you notice, is an affirmation. I have an affirmation that I write down 15 times in a notebook every single day. That's my daily affirmation. It is what it is for you. And it's whatever you feel like it. It is just your daily affirmation. If you read that every day, or if you write it down every day, will make a big difference to your mindset. Then it breaks down to, okay, in this particular case, how many appointments is he gonna go on? How many homes is he gonna sell? And what is the volume of that? He's bringing that into the universe as what he's gonna do in production. And then every day, how is he gonna do that? He's got a schedule of what he's gonna do on every particular day. And when we get into the last three principles, we're gonna break this down, especially coming to the hour to power. We're gonna talk about that, learning your scripts, prospecting. There's some really good information that you can use. If you incorporate this every single day, will create tremendous energy and power in your day. Yeah.
I've always heard that it takes 30 days to change your mindset. And by getting up every day, using these positive affirmations, whether you have it by your mirror, have it in your car or your desk or whatever, it's the repetition of it, putting that mindset there in 30 days, it becomes natural. So it is a very strong, powerful thing to do.
Yeah, and to Evan's point, that comes with anything. If you want to start a workout program, you can't do it for 2 weeks. It's not going to happen. It's not a habit at that point. To create a habit, it's about 30 days worth of effort every single day to make that become part of who you are. But once you really work through those 30 days, and it's hard, why do most New Year's resolutions fail? They just stop, right? They lose interest. It's not working fast enough for them. That comes along those same lines. If you do this for 30 days, you'll now miss it if you miss a day. Like, I need to do that. It just is a learned process at that point. You want to be on time? Yeah. The other thing about your mindset is think like a top producer. Don't think like a new agent. Don't think like an agent that closed 2 deals last year. Think like a top producer. I'm a top producer. I don't care how much business I did, I'm a top producer. When I go meet with clients, I'm a top producer. Coldwell Banker has HPW has an 8% market share in training. I'm a top producer. We have the largest market share in this industry, in this area. That's huge. The power of HPW is ginormous. But that's a big deal. You gotta be a top producer between years. And as we alluded to earlier in the presentation, you are the only one that can make you successful. We can give you all the tools, all the resources, all the people to support you behind the scenes, but you have to do the work. It is ultimately on your shoulders if you're successful. All right, how much time I got?
We started a little late, so you probably have another, I'd say 20 minutes.
Okay, we're good. All right, second principle, starting the business cycle by talking to people. How many of you like cold calling?
Yeah,
You do?
sure.
Yeah, I do better. Nobody likes cold calling. You like cold calling?
Hey, are we changing mindset or what?
Yeah, there you go. I like it, see? I'm gonna hand out, this is a front and back. It's just 2 separate forms. So I would encourage you, again, you've got your daily checklist I gave you earlier. I'm giving you a template on how to measure your daily activities. There's a weekly Excel spreadsheet on one, and then this is just a daily one on the other side. These are just forms that you can use. You can either use it or create your own, but it shows you how much you're doing every single day to generate business. As long as you tabulate. You gotta keep a record of it. If you don't, never happen, right? If you don't write it down, it never happened. But talking to people is important. So this daily prospecting list or the weekly one is really important to help you be successful. Now, one thing that for me I like to do is I'll set little goals and rewards for myself. And you can play this up too. Like I may say, okay, for the month of February, I want to close $1 million. If I close $1 million in business, I'm going to reward myself with X, right? And you may say, I want to make, since you're new, let's say, I want to make 20 prospecting calls a day this week. So that's 100. Let's say it's Monday through Friday is 100, then you got Saturday and Sunday, so that's 140. So I'm gonna make 140 prospecting calls this week. If I do that, I'm gonna reward myself with X. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but it's something that you wanna do bad enough to where you'll go through the effort of making those phone calls. Because the reward, subconscious, reward's huge. Like, I just made a goal. And once you do that enough, you're like, I do it all the time. All right, let's talk about this business cycle here. It's very simple. This is not rocket science. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But you're in the business of closing deals. And so this is a cycle that talks about that. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna prospect. And that includes making phone calls, going out and meeting people, scheduling appointments. From your prospecting, you're gonna find buyers and sellers, you're gonna schedule those appointments. From appointments, you're gonna show homes, or you're gonna list a house, right? And you list homes to write offers, and then you close them. That's our cycle. That's all we do. Nowhere in the cycle does it say, go buy a CRM. Go buy marketing materials. Go buy the greatest sales book in the world. It's not on here. That is not production related. This is the production and how you get paid. Anything outside of that, just be careful. Although I should have added a slide for listen to Edward, right? Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Sort of a given.
Yes, it's understood. Fairly straightforward. The more often you talk to people, the greater your chances to continue the business cycle, to work with and sell similar property. That is a profound statement. You're like, that doesn't make sense to me. I understand it, I've been there. But it is a numbers game. That's all this is. Talk to as many people as you can. I'm a real estate agent. I can help you. Whatever your conversation is with them, whether it's list or find a property. And we're gonna talk about scripting. I've got some scripts for you next week that you'll be able to practice. But that's it. That's what we do in a nutshell. The biggest reason new agents fail is they don't contact enough people frequently. Too little lead generation. It's a mouthful. Do you believe that?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Lead generation. That's what we do. We talk to people. It's not about, I need to go find the best photographer for this listing, or I need to make sure I've got this great listing presentation so I can go out and sell. It's nice having those things, but that's not making you any money. You're spending money. You've got to talk to people. And if you don't, you will fail. Be an appointment setting machine. Here's the reality. If you get an opportunity to get in front of a customer, you've got the greatest chance to close them. Just by who you are. Your personality, you're looking them in the eyes. Rarely, and I don't know, Edward, you got more experience than I do, but rarely have I ever gone into a listing appointment or a buyer appointment, sorry, and the buyer says, I'm going to use somebody else. Not going to happen. Because now you're developing that trust. They've shaken your hand, you've shown them some houses, you've got that relationship. It is yours to lose, but you got to get there first. All right, principle 3, stay on the business path. Probably the hardest part of this is maintaining what you're doing. All right, can you play that video? This is kind of funny. I couldn't resist, I wanted to play this.
I'll do it tomorrow. It's Monday. No one picks up the phone on Mondays. You know what? I can just email them. I gotta
That's so neat.
get Salesforce organized today. It's gonna take priority. Can't make a call without Salesforce being together. Definitely need to change the colors of the team dashboard here. Not really feeling this green and blue. Phyllis, where's the broom? This place is filthy. Here we go. No, don't call the janitors. I got it. I got it covered. Where's it at? Thank you, Phyllis. Phyllis is the man. It's Friday. No one's on Friday. We'll do it Monday. Definitely gotta make sure I'm wishing everyone a happy birthday on Facebook. Carol, these leads suck. Get the marketing team in the conference room. We gotta have a conversation about this. Tom Brady sucks. Definitely need to research all of these prospects before I call them. Can't call without research. What should we watch next? You know what? I think I gotta do the dishes. Hot water. Coffees for closers. I think I gotta redo it. Hey Phil, I'm gonna run to Target. Get us some better soap. Taco Tuesday. I'll just reschedule it. Yo, does anyone know how to fix this? No idea what I'm doing over here. Hey, Denny, call tech support, please. This isn't working. Got a ton of calls to make today. No, I don't want to use, I want to use this phone. I don't want to move my desk. This is the phone I always use. All my notes are here, my computer's here. I don't want to pick up and move. Doesn't make any sense. I got it. Denny, I got it. Don't worry about it. We're all set. Says startup time, 45 minutes. I'll just hang out here and send some emails out.
Guilty. I thought that was me for a minute, so. We all make excuses. I would encourage you to really work
Are you
on.
serious about making 2018 your best year ever? I'm talking about the 3 things you have to do to make it happen.
There's Tom Fairley. So as the video kind of alluded to, we can make all kinds of excuses in the way of why we don't make phone calls. Anxiety, which I hate making phone calls. I hate them. Fear of not knowing enough. Come on. The person you're calling is not going to know any more than you do. Don't let that be. The dread of rejection. I don't mind being rejected, but some people do, right? We don't want somebody I hang up on these telemarketers all the time. But I'm getting used to it, right? I'm getting good at hanging up on them. So I feel kind of good. The need for more organization. You don't need that. Come on, make excuses. We could go on and on and on of why we don't make and do the business that we need to do. It's important to learn self-awareness in that and listening to those subconscious talks in your head that are making excuses for why you're not doing things. That will cause you to stray off the path. Using these daily prospecting lists and reviewing it every day, and you're like, I wasn't very good this day. I can see that. It's a visual representation of your mindset and your effort on that particular day. Set a schedule. Hold yourself accountable. We're actually going to go through a schedule next week as well on making sure that you spend 4 hours a day on prospecting. Does that sound fun? Yes.
Sounds fun.
Review your results at the end of the day. Again, your evidence of success. Was I successful today? Did I schedule any appointments? The goal is to get an appointment, right? How many of you sell a house without ever seeing a client? Very rarely, right? Ron does all the time.
Yeah.
Ron saved me from getting an HOA violation this weekend. Now, one thing I would encourage you, and I don't know if we have any, I know we have a mentor program, right? But you may want to find a partner in the office and you guys can hold each other accountable. You can review your results at the end of every day or whatever. I don't know what that's gonna look like for you, but if you're not accountable, if you're not the type of person that can be accountable to yourself, it helps to have somebody on your same page. And if it's another agent, that's great. So I would encourage you to find an accountability partner to help you with that. All right, that's it. Thank you.